surprisingly, it's not even in the top 10. Around 20 people are sentenced to death row every year in the USA.
20 a year? I thought it was like way much more than that, bruh. I could have swore that it was maybe like 300 people were dying. But if it's only 20, bruh, it's not even that crazy.
USA. In many states, death row is illegal, and some states don't practice it despite never actually outlawing it. But these 11 states do actively carry out death sentences. Inmates will get these sentences for various crimes, most commonly homicide-related crimes, but also espionage, treason, as well as extreme cases of narcotics trafficking.
What? I don't know what espionage is. Damn! They giving out death sentences for spying on people? Okay, that's a little too excessive. I think it should be like a life for a life.
USA death penalty methods vary state by state, but there are 5 methods used in the USA. These are lethal injection, electric chair, firing squad, gas chamber.
We use gas chambers? I thought that was some sort of German threat. What? You telling me we gassing people to death? I've never heard of that. I only know about the electric chair, which is crazy if you think about it, because how much volts do you need to be put on your body for you to be like GG's?
And gas asphyxiation. But what actually happens to an inmate
asphyxiation? Y'all also wrapping people's necks? Bruh, freaky ass punishment, bruh.
On death row in the USA, 24 hours before they will be taken from their cells and moved to what is cheerfully known as the death house. As they enter the death house, this will be the last time the inmate will ever be outside. They will then be given a full body search and given new clothing. They will then be taken to their new and last
what y'all even searching for their body for? It's not like they're gonna take some crazy weapons on the afterworld. Like, is that not a little too excessive?
Cell, known as the Death Watch cell. There, the inmate will spend their final night. Some inmates choose to sleep, but others can't, knowing what's coming. At the 15-hour mark, they will be woken up. They will then shower and be given a regular prison breakfast. At the
least you could do is give me some good eats, bro. It's gonna be my last couple minutes.
Endless fun for ages 3 and up. Start the fun now!
Let's prank my Indian girlfriend into thinking I can speak Hindi. Okay, so first I'm gonna record a video of myself speaking in English. Then I'm gonna go
this on Earth and y'all giving me a plate of things that I can't even name a single ingredient on. Y'all gotta know better, bro.
14-hour mark, they will be allowed to see their friends and family for one last time. They will also get 45 minutes to make any final phone calls. At the 12-hour mark, all visitations will be cut off. The inmate will then be given a regular prison lunch. And
that's not even lunch. Don't even call it lunch, bro.
Are then allowed to see a priest or imam. Inmates carry many regrets and secrets, and this gives them one last chance to confess and have a clear mind. At the 8-hour mark, the inmate will be allowed to see their last sunset. The inmate will then be allowed to write letters for 1 hour, writing their final goodbyes to friends and family. At the 6-hour mark, the inmate will order their last meal. Despite what many think, they can't order whatever they want.
What? Bro, no. I've seen people that ordered everything. No, but this is actually absurd if you think about it. What do you mean this person has 30 KD ratio and you're telling me this man could eat whatever he wants for his final meal? Like, bro, the whole point is to punish him and y'all are giving him some steak. No, I'd be damned if my killer had like an amazing last eats, bro.
Instead, having to stick to a $30 budget, which with today's prices isn't that much. If the inmates are being executed with an electric chair, they will then have their heads shaved. This is to prevent their hair catching on fire. The inmate will then take their last ever shower.
So you gotta look chopped while dying? Like, damn, what if the hoods are watching, bro? I'm trying to go out in the best way.
And then eat their last meal. At the 3-hour mark, witnesses arrive. These are the people who are going to watch the execution happen. They're normally relatives of the victim, but sometimes the inmate's family comes too.
I don't know if I care to see the suspect, you know, his last moments. I'm okay. I'd rather just chill at the comfort of my own home.
At the 1-hour mark, the inmate will be walked to what's known as the death chamber, escorted by a team of 5 guards. The inmate will then be strapped to a chair or bed. At the 12-minute mark, the witnesses will be moved into the watching room. The curtains will then be undrawn. The window is one way, meaning the inmate never sees the people watching him. At the 10-minute mark, the inmate gets to say their last words. The inmate will then get one final visit from a priest or imam if they wish, and after that, the execution will take place. There are currently 2,500 people on death row in the United States.
I don't know why I was expecting there to be way more. You know what? Maybe we're not that bad as Americans.
United States. It often takes decades for these executions to be carried out, because inmates are entitled to many appeals. But it wasn't always like this. The USA once executed a 14-year-old boy. George Stanley was accused of taking 2 girls' lives. He was too small to sit on the electric chair, so had to sit on top of a Bible. But since 2005, you now need to be over 18 to be given a death sentence in the—
The fact that y'all were cool with just a 14-year-old, and let's be real. It was times during like racism and stuff. I highly doubt he did anything crazy, bro. But hey, man, GG's, bro.
USA. America's death row may sound harsh, but I can assure you it's nothing compared to Saudi Arabia's. Every year,
What
Saudi
happens?
Arabia ends many people's lives, with an
Every day?
average of over 185 executions every year. In Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
people get death sentences for minor crimes, including burglary, treason, espionage, and narcotics.
No, what you mean? I stole a little lollipop and now I gotta get my body like taken care of, bro. It was just a lollipop. No, that's tough, bro.
Aside from the USA, Japan is the only democratic country that still has death row, with an
Okay.
average of 5 executions per year.
That's not even that bad, bro. I better hear their crimes being heinous as hell, bro. If only 5 people get chosen per year, what's going on?
There are only 3 crimes you can commit to get the death penalty: homicide,
is?
treason, and crimes against the state. Normally, you need
Okay.
to end multiple lives to be sentenced to death row. In most countries, inmates on death row are told when they're going to lose their lives far in advance,
Yeah.
but not in Japan.
So you just wake up one day and they're like, you, right here, you're finished. Damn, bro, at least give me like time to live, bro. What if there's things that I wanted to do in prison that I can't do? That gotta be the scariest feeling.
Instead, inmates are only told 1 or 2 hours before the execution, meaning that
What?
they have no idea when will be their last day on Earth.
That's
It could
crazy.
be years from now, or it could be in 2 hours. This sometimes makes inmates go insane.
That just means like they pick and choose like, hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Are you getting tired of this inmate? Yeah, we are too. Let's get his ass. We don't need him there anymore. We need more space. That's crazy. What if he was like innocent though?
To make matters worse, the inmate's family is only told after they've been executed,
Huh?
meaning that they have no chance to say goodbye. While
Damn.
the inmates are on death row, they're kept in very strict prisons, said to be the strictest in the world. They're told exactly how to sit in their cells. They have to always look down at the floor and can never look up. They're
No wonder why nobody went to commit murders in this country. 5 death sentences a year. If you had to live like this, you're not gonna commit none.
also not allowed to speak unless spoken to, and they have to work for over 13 hours per day. But a country with an
Damn!
even worse death
13 hours per day. Like, let's say they get 8 hours of sleep. That's 4 hours leisure time. Bro, they enslaving them.
row is China. China executes the most people per year, averaging at
Okay.
over 1,000 executions every year. In China, you can be given the death penalty for
1,000 a year. That is like 3 people per day, bro. Y'all executions gotta be cheap then. It can't be that expensive.
many crimes, including serious fraud, bombing,
Fraud?
flooding, rioting, separatism, rebellion, political
Separatism. So if I'm like, bro, we not the same. Oh, you're done. GG's. We're chopping you off. Like, what?
dissent, subversion, sneaking people into China, piracy, corruption, aircraft hijacking, espionage, abandoning the military, endangering national security, and many other crimes.
So what do you mean if I'm feeling like a pacifist and I don't want to go to war that you gonna get me anyway, bro? I don't know, bro. That's too much for a death sentence.
In China, no matter how rich or powerful you are, you can be given a death sentence. In 2022, high-up politician Fu Zhuangha was sentenced to death row after taking nearly $17 million in bribes. And in 2014, billionaire businessman Liu Han was also given a death sentence, being
Damn.
executed 1 year later in 2015. These executions are carried out using either a firing squad or lethal injection, while inmates wait
A firing squad? You got 3 shotguns pulled at one person? You got a whole ass Uzi? You got a Draco pointed at these dudes? That's a little too excessive, bro.
for their execution date, they will be in a Chinese prison, which are known for their very harsh conditions. Inmates sometimes have to work for 16 hours per day. They will also
16? So you can't even sleep for 8 hours, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Even prison gotta be in death sentence at this point.
have their heads shaved and have to look down at the ground at all times. But a country with even worse death row conditions is so
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
It was a metal tool that was put into someone's mouth or booty hole, and then
Unless you clench your cheeks or your mouth, you're cooked with this one. The worst punishments in history.
Yakuza finger removal, also known as Yubitsum. It's a ritual done to gain forgiveness after a member commits
That's forgiveness. Hey, man, I know I committed a crime, but right here, take this. Just take the left one. I don't understand how that is a form of forgiveness. What about I apologize? Is that not good enough for y'all? Just, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. What do you mean you gotta take your whole finger off just to prove a point? Just don't give them a finger. Wear a glove. You know what? Put up one of them fake fingers or do that magician trick where your thumb just, ooh. I don't know, but I wouldn't give them my finger.
offense to someone else in his group, and it consists of of amputating portions of one's own little finger to show sincere
Oh, and you can't even just sever just one part of it. It has to be multiple little pieces. Come on, bro. We got to do better than this.
apology and remorse to the other. I've put this one as the least painful.
The least. What other punishments are we gonna have on this list that are worse than that? That's not already crazy? That should already be like halfway of the video.
It doesn't usually cause lifelong lasting pain, and it isn't deadly, unlike the brutal ones further down the list. Bastinado.